regards to the Junior High Audition Etude set number 3. As a friendly reminder, please remember that as an auditionee, as a student, the first thing you want to do when you come in to play timpani for an audition is to adjust the drums to you. So you always know that without looking at the drums, these are my correct playing areas, and that I don't have to readjust my body and everything that I've worked on. So please remember that as a student, come in, adjust the drums so they're comfortable for you. We have one item that we're going to discuss, and it's a huge portion of our technical facility that we need as a great timpanist, and that's forte piano roll. And this is measure 11, and we're going from 5 to 1, or D to G. The tendency, when we see this marking with an accent especially, is to really overplay the instrument. When you detail it, you simply have an emphasized note written at forte, and then you're going to start the roll at piano. So I will simply hit the note at forte. I will begin my roll within the resonance of that forte and crescendo out of it, releasing hopefully at the same dynamic that I did previous. Next is Junior High Set 3 snare drum. We only have one passage to discuss, and that's measure 31. Let me play it for you first, and then I will discuss. For the first 2 beats, I will be following a natural sticking policy based on the 8th note. So I'll play a little softer so you can hear me speak over. 1 and 2 and. And then on the 3rd beat, we have a flammecue. Here, on the 3rd beat, I will be following the natural sticking for 16th note rhythms, and then the 4th beat, natural sticking policies for 8th note rhythms. So, 3 and 4. Again, the whole measure slow. The trick here, the hardest part, is the 3rd beat with the flammecue. And this is where we employ a Muller stroke or a whip stroke. So with the hand isolation, you can see what I'm doing here is I'll put one hand on a pad, one hand on the drum to really work on this. So I'm just going to play the 3rd beat. So the trick here is that anytime I have 2 or more notes in a row with the accent on the last note, I'm going to employ what's called a whip stroke. And what's different about it is that I'm going to initiate with the back of the stick first, lift, and then come down with the accent. So again, you can see the lift and down for the accent. Traditionally, we'll do everything with the beat of the stick. So here, we're doing this whip stroke. So one thing that's going to be crucial for the success of the flammecue is getting control of this. You can play this on drum set, it's a common groove to use there as well. Next on our discussion is Junior High Audition Etude set number 3. This is the final portion of the etude sequence for set 3, and it has to do with triangle. A couple of things to consider for this is for the audition is to, 1, bring your own triangle as well as your own clip and your beater. So all of your implements and your instruments are something that you're accustomed to using rather than using whatever is provided, unless that is mandated by the audition committee. Second, I'll try to use some kind of graduated beater rather than just a rod. I think it's going to give you a more colorful sound, and as well the weight on the end is going to be easier to manipulate some of these passages. The only thing we really need to talk about on audition 3 with the triangle portion is working on those grace notes. So if you take the first measure, you can see that I'm just going back and forth. So working on that, and in my mind I'm thinking 1, ba-ba, da. In the upward motion of preparing for that syncopation, if I'm thinking 16th notes, the upward motion automatically plays those two grace notes. So working on that motion, as well, if you feel you need be, you could get another clip and use 2 beaters to play that.